Our discussion to start today's show is brought to you guys by a Home Builders Association. Give big this year with the Home for the Holidays raffle. You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or a cash prize this holiday season and help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish kids with critical illnesses. Raffle proceeds benefit Make-A-Wish OKI, which has granted over 22,000 wishes to children facing critical illnesses across Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana since 1983. This year's house is a custom-built ranch by Petros Homes and has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and a 3-car garage. It also includes amazing features like a great room with vaulted ceilings, an unbelievable kitchen, and a mudroom with open lockers and a unique pet shower station. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit ahomeforholidays.org to buy your tickets. That's ahomefortheholidays.org. Terms and conditions apply.
Maybe that's how Dillon Gabriel became the quarterback. Kevin Stefanski was doing Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
Possibly.
And Dillon Gabriel's wish was to be an NFL quarterback.
I'm trying to figure out they related.
Looks like a wish at this point.
I need that 23andMe report.
So what do you make of the game yesterday, guys? We did the post-game show. G,
Yeah.
we've heard your thoughts. Bull, Jason, Jay. An ugly loss. I mean, at the end of the day, they lost to a team that made it very evident, during the week that they have no intention of trying to win.
Yeah,
And
steaming
somehow they
garbage.
did.
We got to be careful
Steaming.
when we say that because players and coaches always want to win. We throw around
don't know
terms
that.
like tanking.
I don't
Yes, the players and coaches always want to win. You think any of those players
Every
wanted to
time.
lose?
They want to
They
win.
played
every
like
time.
they wanted to lose yesterday.
Well, didn't the
I mean,
Jets too?
they literally played like they.
No.
No, the Jets. I mean, when you give up a kickoff return and a punt
Yeah.
return for a touch, that's effort. To me, it's like rebounding. Special teams are effort, and they just gave no effort on either. I watched both of them 3 times.
Yeah.
They were mailing it in on both of those plays. Everybody.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Browns are a really bad football team. The Jets are a really bad football team. And
We out-terribled them.
It was a terrible game between 2 terrible teams. It was painful to watch.
It was high school.
Did they finish with any passing
High
yards?
school.
I think the
40
Jets
to
finished
50.
with 54.
Come on, man.
Mike, you got that tweet?
Come on, man.
This was the first game maybe ever since at least they've been keeping stats in
Yeah,
1950.
Steve, take tag word for
Yeah,
it.
put this. Here you go. How unlike the Jets since 1950. And by the way, it's since 1950 because I don't think they know before then. So this may have never happened before. Teams that had been 225-0 when holding opponents to 175 or fewer yards and not turning the ball over. The Browns were the first team to lose in that span, per ESPN research. First team.
Take
ever.
a bow, boys.
75
Take
years.
a bow.
Remember the game they lost to the Jets a couple of years ago?
Yes.
It was a very similar thing.
Yes.
It's the first time we've ever seen this happen.
Yes, and it happened again.
Ever.
The Browns are kings of a stat that's
We
never
are
happened.
royalty at
Yes.
sucking.
Yes.
That's what
There's
they
no
are.
doubt. No doubt about
I'm
it.
not-
Your son was at the game suffering in person.
He did.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It wasn't
my
nobody in the
God.
stands. It was raining. I'm going to tell you this. I'm not even source guy because you know what I do? I just make my opinion and stand on business. That's how I feel. I put my research in. I look at the playbook. I look at the film and I'll make my opinion. But let me just tell you this. Between Sunday at 1 o'clock and this morning, I have never in my life had my phone, my text messages, my emails, my DMs jump off the Richter scale with people that it ain't just the people outside. It's people that's inside. I'm talking guys that's playing. I'm talking about former Cleveland Browns, former Browns legends. I'm talking about national former players that are like, I do not understand what the heck the Cleveland Browns are doing, and Kevin Stefanski is clueless about what's going on. Guys, let's set the tone real quick. It's time to stop playing the games. The games is over. Kevin Stefanski, this loss should be the final act for Kevin Stefanski. They might not get rid of him during the season, but for the fact that you came out of the bye week and this is the type of energy and level that you gave, and you lose to a team and they had 54 yards passing and they traded their best 2 players. I told you I picked the Browns to win this game because I didn't think that they could come out and take an L like that. But lo and behold, it's the Cleveland Browns, and Kevin Stefanski even pulled that off. I also heard from multiple people said they are a little upset that even before watching the tape, they're not making any moves. Before watching the tape, the moves are not being made. So here's the thing, too. Hey, Kevin Stefanski is going to die on the hill of Dylan Gabriel. We all see it. He's not a top 100 player. Scouts have already said that. We've seen his play on the football field. I mean, at what point are we going to just say enough is enough and just stop the charade? But he's going to continue to trot him out there. It's going to be bad. It's going to get nasty against the Baltimore Ravens when that stadium's half full. But this regime, I'm tired of seeing it, and we need to start acting like this is it. It's not. It's time to move on.
You know, it was funny when Gabriel threw that second touchdown, that floater to Judy. On the broadcast, Spiro Diaz goes, "Man, what a great pass!" By the way, I'm like, great pass.
I actually thought it was a good pass. I thought it was a good pass.
Yeah.
It was.
I thought it was a good pass.
You did?
It was a good adjustment by
what?
Yeah.
When you see it from the back all 22 angle, he threw it to a spot where only Judy can.
And
that
he came
ball
back
was
and got
floated.
it. Yeah, he came
Now
back and got it.
the velocity
There was
is a
no
different thing.
velocity on that.
The
throw.
velocity, but I like the placement.
It was a touch pass, though. I don't think he was trying to rip that one. And listen,
pass.
I didn't think Dylan played well yesterday. I'm not trying to defend his own.
He had about 3
performance.
throws.
I thought it was a
He had about
That
3
was
throws.
a pretty damn good throw.
I don't agree with you. I thought that ball was floating out there and wobbling, Mike. Go look at it again.
We can't show you all 22 on the show, or we get copyright infringed.
Yeah,
so
don't.
I'll show you when we're done with the show, and you
You're
can
right,
look it up.
Mike.
It's out there on Twitter. But boy, I mean,
I thought it was a good job by Judy too, coming back to get the ball.
was a
Gee,
good
I mean, you
adjustment.
explained it perfectly on the
Good
show.
play by
good
both of them.
You want to explain it again because people missed that?
So I like the play design. It was like an over route, and it was almost like a deep zig route. They ran that route with Tyreek Hill in I believe when he was playing with
route against the 49ers.
And so basically, he runs across and then he pivots and runs back to the corner of the end zone. And so with that throw, now the defender is on his back. So Dylan Gabriel did a nice job. It looked like it's underthrown, but he put a little air on it so that the defender, the only place that football could be caught was by Jerry Jeudy, and he has the defender on his back. So for him to even break it up, he has to go over his back, and it's a pass interference. So I thought it was good placement, and I liked the play design, and I thought he put it in the area where he got the ball. I also thought it was a really nice play to Harold Fannin on a quarter route that he put it right in the basket. He caught it right like this. So he had a few throws, but he's few and far between.
All right. Well,
yeah, I mean,
I'll look it over again. It didn't look like that good a throw to me. There wasn't much good beside that. The Fannin throw was a good throw. Jerry Jeudy played well. He's one of the few guys that played well in this game. Quinshawn Judkins played well, although the yards per attempt again are bad because the offensive line. Jack Conklin is terrible, by the way.
Oh,
The whole offensive line.
I mean, he's always had a
happened?
ton of injuries.
He
He's
got-
still better than the other guys.
he got
I know, but
drop
That's not
kicked.
saying much.
But I know.
Their
I
line
know.
is this is as bad as
We
it's been.
were arguing before the show who's worse, Justin Fields or Dylan Gabriel. I mean, that's like
Flip a
arguing
coin.
which pile of crap is
Yeah,
smellier.
flip
I
a
mean,
coin.
I mean, at least Justin Fields hit the screen pass. Dylan Gabriel, that screen pass that Corley he missed, he threw it in the front row to the stands. There's nobody in the screen. Go back and watch all 22. That is 60 yards. He could have walked down the field.
he made a lot of throws that there were no chance to be.
Not even near.
Yeah.
Some of them I asked, who's he throwing that?
right.
Where is that ball going?
Yeah.
All of that said, I mean, he
Yeah.
was bad. There's no question about it. But he's still not the reason they're not winning.
He's part of the reason
He's
they're not winning.
definitely
Yeah.
part of it. But to me,
He's not
there
the only
is so
reason,
much.
no.
There's so much else wrong. It's like, well, the bathroom burned down, but so did the whole house. Everything is bad. The offensive line. I did think Jerry Jeudy played a decent game yesterday.
played a good game,
I thought I saw more effort from him yesterday than I'd seen from him in a long time. Maybe going back to the Denver game last year. But in general, the offensive line looks like they give up on most plays.
They stink.
The defense, I hate to point to the defense because they gifted 14 points.
Right.
But still, I don't think you should allow the Jets.
No, it's a tie game. You got to do more. They're being asked to do more than they should be asked to do.
Right, but again, you can see when they let go of the rope, when they say we can't stop this.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jason.
This was the first, because I've been pretty consistent all year. It's a bad team. They're going to lose a lot of games. It's not a good team. There are winnable games on the schedule.
Sure.
This was one of them. You had to win this game.
Right.
This was the first time where I walked away going, there may not be anything left to salvage. Like, the infection has overtaken the body.
Yes.
And
It's down to the Titans, the Raiders, and
because
the Saints.
you can't.
That's it.
But you also have to look at it like the owner came out and told you we're not very good. We're not going to be very good. They're not expecting to win. So when that's the bar that you set, you're going to live up to it.
Or down to it.
And just remember,
He also said you can't win just 3 games.
That's exactly.
Though.
But they went 1-31 and brought the coach back. I just remember they went 1-31 and brought the coach back.
I don't see a world where Kevin Stefanski coaches the Browns next year.
Well, here's the thing, and I was talking to this about with Adam and Mike a couple weeks ago. I'm going to give you an aneurysm because you have to decide at the end of this season if you're going to take a quarterback, okay, in this draft. You have to either commit to this regime for 3 more years or fire them all now.
Fire them all now.
Yeah, let's go with the fire them all now.
You have to take a quarterback. You're taking a quarterback in the next draft.
But the worst thing you can do is bring them back, have them select the quarterback, and then fire them.
Yeah, that would
it
be
happens.
pretty stupid.
It happens across the league.
That's
because they whiffed on. Again, Jackson Dart. I don't know, but I know more about him than I know about anybody else right now in that rookie class. Cam Ward is doing what.
But it's already happened to Cam.
It has happened to Cam.
Coach got
midway
fired.
through first season.
Yeah,
done.
and it happened.
That's how you stunt a quarterback's growth.
It happened here with Baker.
Yes,
and it just happens
every
over
year.
and
New
over
OC.
and over and
Right.
over. You bring in the quarterback, and then you fire the regime, and then the new GM or the new head coach comes in and goes, "Well, I didn't pick that guy. I don't want that guy." And that's how you get on this cycle. So either you commit to these guys for 3 years.
That's why they got to fire
for
them.
3 years.
That is why they got to fire.
Or
them.
sweep them
all
all
of
out.
them. All of them.
But
the general manager as well.
But the problem is, I don't think, my opinion, right? Just strictly my opinion. I don't think Jimmy trusts himself to pick somebody else.
Okay, then you know what?
Now he lost his North Star in Paul DePodesta. I'm telling you.
North Star to hell!
I'm telling you.
Follow me, boys! Follow me!
But the thing that Paul was, the one thing I think he was good at was identifying coaches. I do think he was good at that. That's the one thing I think he was good at. So now we're going back to the Corn Ferry search firms. We're going back to no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know who the Browns need?
I'll take Bull picking our next coach over Jimmy.
I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this morning. They need their version of Bob Myers.
Okay.
And I don't know who that guy is.
I don't
in the
either.
NFL.
I don't either.
And it's too late. It's too bad that they're like 3 months late on Bob because Bob is sensational. And Bob, of course, was the GM of the Warriors. But he's more than that. And now he's like the right-hand man to Josh Harris with Washington. He's part of the Blitzer Harris where he's got his finger in all the teams. But like an agent who knows the league, who knows these guys, who really knows these guys, like the Arn Tellem and the Bob Myers on the NBA side, they need somebody like that to come in and Jimmy say, here, just do it. I'm done. Just you do it. And I'll write the checks.
Well, he'll never do that.
I don't think he'll ever do that.
No, he'll never do that.
I don't think he'll ever do
Even if
that.
he did, he picked the wrong guy.
But that's why you need someone who intimately knows this entire league. And it's not going and finding Mike Holmgren or Bill Parcells or Bill Belichick. That's not the answer.
John Gruden,
you've got
now
to
that
find
everybody
you've got to
That's
find
not
the
it.
next Sean McVay. You've got to find a young up-and-comer, and you're going to have to give him the keys to the castle. And I did have an NFL, someone who covers the NFL for a living, tell me within the last week that this time it's different because I think everybody's kind of the assumption that Kevin's gone and that where does this organization go from here? The point was made that you're building a new stadium. That's what makes it different this time. It's completely different. This is the most critical time in the Browns' history because if they get this one wrong and they take hot garbage from the lakefront to Brook Park, this franchise is done. They're done, guys.
I don't know if I want somebody learning on the job. I might be over learning on the job training. It's too important. It's too. You cannot have somebody that comes in and is a hot shot young dude. It's my way or the highway. I'm about to put my foot down. All that. I need somebody with some experience level that knows what the heck they looking at.
We've never hired an experienced coach.
Hugh Jackson.
Go back and look. Okay.
Mangini, although Mangini was the previous.
No, I mean, we've always hired coaches that are welcome to the NFL and your first head coaching
Hugh Jackson
experience.
is the only coach they've hired that had a previous head coach.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Jimmy and D, since they've owned the team, you mean? Or
Go back 30
period.
years. I mean, go back 30 years.
Mangini.
Oh, Mangini, too.
Okay.
That's it.
I mean, but typically our
it's
hire
more
let's
times
give
than
this
not.
guy
Yeah.
a shot. That's what they do.
More times than not,
But
it's
they
the
always
shiny
get
new
it wrong.
toy. Yeah.
You know, they had a chance to hire Shanahan. They didn't want to play by his rules.
But well, there you're contradicting yourself because he was that hot young guy. At the
Yeah.
time.
So what they get is the hot young name that fizzles out when he gets to Cleveland.
Well, because
that's what we have.
3 years from now, 4 years from now, Tommy Reese will be a head coach, and you're going to say, "Well, we had him in the building."
I don't know that he will be.
So yeah, I think he will
don't know.
be. I think he will be.
We don't know if he'll be any good.
At this point, listen. Here's the situation. The season is a wrap. Once you lost that game in the fashion that you lost it, these guys are in no way, shape, or form ever to be assumed that their evaluation or opinions on players should count. It should be from here. It's done. Like the evaluation of any quarterback, you cannot let any of these people be a judgment of any quarterback. It's not possible.
You talked about the disease taking over the body, and it's the culture of losing has taken over the team, right? Like the stupid football, the returns are inexcusable. The special teams is just horrible. But even on that last drive, and we know even if the Browns got the ball back, they weren't going to score.
They weren't going to win, no.
But
you don't want to steal yourself.
You had 2 penalties on that last drive that were especially that last one.
The last one.
That is the dumbest penalty I've ever seen.
The Jets were literally laughing at the Browns.
Yeah.
They were laughing.
There's no world where the Browns were going to. Where the Jets
were going to snap that play. There was never a chance they were going to run a play.
That goes right next to Dwayne Rudd's helmet. In Browns lore.
Yeah,
jumping off sides on a 4th down that they were never going to snap.
Never.
And Dwayne Rudd throwing his helmet at the end of the game cost. Like they are 1-1A as far as I'm concerned.
I mean,
and by the way,
such stupid football.
And I heard somebody say this on the internet. Listen, at some point, Kevin, you got to stop running, and this is going to cost you more than anything. And I hope in the next stop he understands it. You trying to protect these dudes and not say anything against about what happens. When asked about that question, it's not about one play. Yes, it is about one play. It's about accountability and saying, listen, we cannot play people who are jumping off sides when we know they're down the distance. We talk about being smart and accountable. We talk about this. And they were not smart and they were not accountable. It doesn't make you look better, that fact that you seem to be just passive about calling this stuff out. This is high school. Like high school, this is the part that really gets me because it's the accountability or lack thereof that people, two plays in a row. One a defensive holding when it's 3rd and 14. Guys, don't you understand the down and distance? The only way they get a first down is if you get a holding penalty. Why are you? And that's the thing. People have checked out.
Oh, the defensive hold.
People have checked out. Checking out doesn't mean they get on the podium and say the coach is bad. Checking out means I'm not worried about the consequences. I'm going to play next week. Or you're not dialed in to know what the down and distance and what is going to happen. And then instead of everybody else getting on each other in the huddle and be like, that's unacceptable, we still get another chance to get the ball back. And then a guy jumps off sides and the whole world laughs at you. That right there is not acceptable even on a high school level. And we've lost so much that we are grasping onto anything. The coach, the GM, at least we got this. No, guys, this is the 2nd time in how many weeks that you see coaches on the sideline laughing at you. It was Vrabel and then it was Glenn this week, jumping up, celebrating. And if that's not embarrassing to the owner, if it's not embarrassing to the organization, it should be embarrassing to the fans. And I wouldn't show up to do nothing with them on Sunday. I'd leave every seat orange if that's what they feel is acceptable. And the community lot, the tickets, jerseys, concession, the only way they care about anything about what's going on that football field is if you touch their pockets. And if you want to go, that's fine. I get it. We all want to release in this world. But I'm going to just tell you what, that product that they're putting out, and they told you they was going to put it out, and they made it better. Oh, we're going to try to lose. That's a fireable offense in itself, trying to lose. And we accepted it. So, no.
Yeah, when you go to those games and spend the money for the product, you're co-signing it. And to the accountability point, G, boy, the Patriots are a fascinating group. I watched, and there was some confusion, and I reached out to a buddy of mine that covers the Patriots, and I even asked, what the hell's up with Henderson? He said, well, he's learning a lesson.
Flipped that switch, didn't he?
He's learning a lesson. That's what's going on. And yesterday I saw he had 14 for 150 and 2 touchdowns.
Best game by far.
And we just talked about how he was in the doghouse, right?
And Vrabel made no bones about it. He's not doing what we need him to do. It's shots like that across the bow to highly drafted players that come in there and maybe think that they're more ready than they are, and they don't know what the work schedule is. And then when a coach sends a message like that, it's not just a message to one player, it's a message to everybody. Damn, he's a high draft pick. He came in here, he can't see the field. He can't even get on the field. And that's a lot of Belichick, too. I mean, Belichick, I think, lost a Super Bowl because he wanted to make a point. He literally lost a Super Bowl because he wanted to make a point.
Browner was sitting on the bench.
And they got torched in the secondary.
And he was cool with it.
And apparently he's, because his mission is no single player is bigger than the team. And at whatever cost, you have to send that message. And, I would like to see him come into the news conference and name a player by name.
Names.
And
I
say,
read names.
Cannot happen. But he won't. He gives them cover. He gives them cover. This is the wrong coach. He is the wrong coach. And I like Kevin. Personally, I do like him. And I do think as a coordinator, he will find more success in this league. Just not here. There's too many landmines here that you can't miss. But the one thing that tells me he's not a head coach is his treatment. I don't even want to say he's a player's coach. He's just blah. Call a guy out. Fans are so angry after that game, and they want to hear a coach that's angry too. Well, it wasn't just one play that cost us the game.
The press conferences are a waste of time.
Waste of time.
Even talk to him.
Waste of time. When he comes in there just once, Jay, just once. I know it'll never happen, just like your point. I wish that the Browns fans would protest. Say it's gotten to a level where we can't go inside the stadium anymore.
That'd be so awesome.
I would love it.
Yeah.
I would love it.
But people are going to be there with their signs and their outfits.
Why there's zero fans inside. Yeah. And just once, I know it will never happen because you guys have a job to do. Just once, I wish when Kevin walked into the news conference, all of the Cleveland reporters got up and walked out. Why don't you? Why don't you? What are you going to get?
Nothing, yeah.
What are you going to get from this guy? But the same garbage that you can just re-rack from last week. Pull any of his quotes from the Cincinnati game and plug them in. They're applicable. Just when he walks in and sits down, obviously a very disappointing result, everybody stands up and leaves.
That'd be awesome.
Walks out.
Jason, you got to do it.
Lead it. Organize it. Come on, Jay.
I don't even go in there and listen to him.
I know you don't. You don't waste your time.
Jason skips the Stefanski pressers to be here with us. He's the wrong person to ask. We want Zach Jackson or Mary Kay on later this week.
I go in the locker room post game.
And to be honest with you,
that's where you get your best stuff anyhow. But
to be honest with you, though, McNuggets, I hear Zach and Mary Kay and Daniel asking questions, pertinent questions. Daryl Ryder, and he don't answer them.
He don't answer.
No.
Yeah.
He cares
it is
not
an
to answer
effort
them.
in futility, and that's why the reporters should boycott it. Just walk out.